First question, how long have you been on YouTube for now?
We're going a little over three and a half years, somewhere around there.
So in a very short period of time, you've had a lot of success. Like, at what point, where did that channel just all of a sudden take off?
Appreciate that, Jared. Uh, Jumpins, I don't know. It just, like anybody, it's a grind for such a long time, right? Like, we've had our most success over the last year, I guess, is the real jump, right? The first 2 years is just putting the work in to get recognized. I don't know even if it's just giving Google the heads up that, yeah, we're worthy of recommending your content, right? Because that's where the major views come into play into YouTube. Is if they recommend your content, you're successful. If they don't, no one sees you. You get buried, right? So
Yeah.
last year, I think things really started to take off. Obviously, utilizing the purchase of the new Renegade was a great help. The 2018 Renegade. So I guess just a little over a year ago when I grabbed that, it definitely helped boost our view numbers for sure.
So you started the channel on the King Quad?
Yeah, a little 450 King Quad. The boys were into it prior to me, about NOS ATVs and such, and my brother was a big part of that. So it was kind of just to get back out with the guys to get back into the hobby of ATVing again because I'd been away from it for so long, and I thought let's get an entry level ATV, see if we're into it still, and so we started with a little 450 King Quad, and it wasn't long before my brother opened my eyes that there's all kinds of things you can do to them. So we lifted it up a little bit, put some big tires on it, snorkeled it up, and it was keeping up with the big boys, man. It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Uh, and so do you think that part of the success was the Renegade, the purchase that got that going, or is it? I mean, I've looked at a lot of different YouTube channels and I see some good content that has, next to no traffic. So what do you attribute that to? Just the
Well,
grinding, daily grinding, or?
90% the daily grind is the consistency is what you got to do. And I mean, there's so many factors that play into YouTube in different areas is what I've learned. And I've studied and watched a lot of other YouTubers and stuff such. And no, it's the grind for sure, Jared. The 2 to 3 uploads a week for 3 years, man, and I haven't taken a break. I haven't had a week vacation. There is no week vacation in YouTube, in my opinion. You take a week off, you're forgotten, bud. Because today's generation, the youth of today, they've all got ADHD or whatever you want to call it, and they're on to the next biggest best thing, right? So unless you continuously are there and reliable source of content, I find it very hard to get into the YouTube recommended feed. You know,
Mm.
so, that you gotta work with that. You still have to introduce new content, fresh material in the way of a new bike or new sponsorship, new products, that type of thing, right? So just keep evolving, keep changing, never get stale, right? And I watch a lot of YouTubers, a ton of YouTubers, Jared, and I support a lot of other channels. And you see the shift, you see things change, and what I really started to try to do when I first got into it was not look at what other people were doing, look at what they weren't doing,
Okay.
and that's where I initially found my first success. And I think when we decided to take the jump to multicams as well, and I started to incorporate other people's views rather than just my own, you would get the feeling from his bike, his view
Right.
of situation. So you have these multiple aspects and trying to build my content a slightly different way than what everybody else is doing. And I think you could agree that over the last year or 2 years, even the amount of ATV channels that have been inspired by Austin Cruiser and such, they're spawning up like crazy.
Right.
They're when I first started watching YouTube, it was initially because of NOS ATVs and watching my brother, my good friends having a good time and seeing what I was missing out on, right? And it quickly turned into, hey, there's Austin Cruiser. Look at this guy. You know, he's capturing all these viewers and giving people the incentive and to go out and enjoy the hobby, to get into it, right? So, no, it was awesome. The influence is just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, man, that's kind of how it all sort of started. But I know I kind of got off topic totally, Jared. And I
No, man.